ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। I welcome all the children for today's special session on the lessons from the story of Narsimhadev and Prahlad Maharaj. So we read this story in the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and I am sure all of you know this wonderful pastime of Prahlad Maharaj and Narsimhadev. So I'm not going to narrate the story, but we will just focus on a few important lessons that we can learn from this beautiful story. So, in the story of Prahlad Maharaj and Narasimhadev, we see that Prahlad Maharaj was born as a demon. He was born as the son of Hiranyakashipu, isn't it? Initially, when he was within the womb of his mother, some devatas headed by Indra came to Hiranyakashipu's palace and they were trying to kidnap Mother Kayadu. Why? They thought that because Hiranyakashipu was a great demon, Hiranyakashipu's son also will become a great demon. So they wanted to kill that little child within the womb of Mother Kayadu as soon as she gives birth. That was the heinous intention they had. But Narada Muni came there and said, "Oh, Devatas, how can you think like that? Just because Hiranyakashipu is a demon, that does not mean Hiranyakashipu's son also will become a demon. It's not necessary that a demon's son will become a demon. Generally, it is true, but it need not be true in all cases. Please understand from me that the son of uh, this lady, Kayadu, is going to be a very exalted, pure Mahabhagavat devotee. He'll become a better devotee than all of you also." So, this is what Narada Muni spoke. You see, Narada Muni was trying to stop all these devatas from kidnapping Kayadu at the time she was pregnant. She has Prahlad Maharaj within her womb. What Narada Muni spoke was unbelievable, isn't it? Who will believe that the son of a great demon will become a great devotee? It's unbelievable. Because we know the story, we are believing it. But the devatas did not know the story. So, but still they believed. Why did they believe? You know, how could the devatas keep trust in the words of Narada Muni? Although what Narada Muni spoke was very inconceivable and never heard of before. Yes, Anmol, are you Anmol?
Prabhuji, because Narad Muni was also a devotee of Lord Vishnu.
Correct. Okay, Sukadeva Goswami.
Because you should always respect your guru.
Narada Muni was Guru. Narada Muni was pure devotee, and pure devotees' words and Guru's words are always trustworthy. You should keep faith in the words of an exalted devotee like Narada Muni, and all those devatas had that deep faith. So they offered obeisances to Mother Kayadu, circumambulated her in great respect, and left her in the care of Narada Muni. And Narada Muni took her to his ashram. And in his ashram, Narada Muni spoke so many beautiful Krishna conscious secrets. He gave her so many teachings. And Kayadu was fortunate enough to get the association of Narada Muni and learn Krishna consciousness directly from Narada Muni. But the problem is, Kayadu was not attentive in the class. Children, sometimes you also become inattentive in the class. While class is going on, you start thinking of something else. Huh? You do? I do sometimes. What to do? Mind is very restless. It keeps running here and there. Similarly, Kayadu's mind was also running here and there. She was not focusing on the class given by Narada Muni. She was thinking of her husband. When will my husband Hiranyakashipu come back from his austerities? Because at the time, Hiranyakashipu was doing austerities. She was also thinking about the safety of her son, Prahlad Maharaj. So she could not focus. But the little child Prahlad Maharaj within the womb of Mother Kayadu could hear Krishna Katha, could hear whatever Narada Muni spoke with complete attention. So he took advantage. So Prahlad Maharaj took advantage of the teachings of Narada Muni while his mother could not take advantage. The first lesson that we are going to learn today is Bhakti transcends birth. Bhakti transcends all external conditions. Transcend means bhakti doesn't depend on your birth. Although Prahlad Maharaj's birth was like a demon, right? He was born as the son of a demon. And Prahlad Maharaj was still within the womb of his mother. He's not even born only. He's just within the womb. Although Prahlad Maharaj was born as a demon, although when he was hearing Narada Muni's class, he was still within mother's womb, still he could develop inspiration in bhakti, all because of Narada Muni. So when the spiritual master, when Guru is very potent, he's a well-wisher of the disciple, and when the disciple is a wonderful receiver of that inspiration, naturally we'll get inspiration in bhakti. So our bhakti doesn't depend on external conditions and birth. Anyone from any background, any birth can become a pure devotee. That's the first lesson. Can you please tell me some examples of devotees who were born in no in families who are not practicing bhakti, who are born in different kinds of unconventional backgrounds, but still they became very exalted devotees? Nitai, yes, speak.
Prabhuji,
Nitai.
Haridas Thakur.
Haridas Thakur, very good. Haridas Thakur is a right example. Yeah. Haridas Thakur was born as a Yavana, but still he became Namacharya. Gaurangi?
Prabhuji, Gajendra was an elephant, but still he became a devotee.
Excellent example. Akshar Gopal?
Prabhuji, Prahlad Maharaj.
Prahlad Maharaj himself. Okay, very good. Keli Manjari?
Vibhishan, Prabhuji.
Vibhishan was born as a demon. Any other demons? Sarin and Soham. Are you answering? Yes, Sukhdev.
Salabega.
Huh?
Salabega.
Okay, okay. He must be some devotee in the South India. I may not know. Okay, thank you so much for your examples. Prahlad Maharaj was a demon, and Bali Maharaj was a demon. Vibhishan was a demon. Vritrasur was a demon. All of them, although they were demons by birth, they were not demons by nature. So bhakti doesn't depend on your birth. That's the first lesson. Let's go to the second lesson. You can start bhakti from a very young age, that like all of you are doing. Prahlad Maharaj, he sat in his school, Gurukul, and when Shanda and Amarka, Prahlad's gurus, they stopped their classes, they gave a break, then Prahlad Maharaj will begin his classes. All the little demons, the friends of Prahlad Maharaj, classmates of Prahlad Maharaj, they would sit around Prahlad and start listening to his classes. In fact, all these little demon kids, they loved Prahlad Maharaj's classes more than their own teachers' classes. Why? Prahlad Maharaj is speaking with such purity and innocence, but Shanda and Amarka were teaching politics, diplomacy. They were teaching how to differentiate between people as friends and enemies. So all kinds of bad topics they were teaching. So Prahlad Maharaj uh, was giving pure teachings, and all the demon children were liking those teachings. So, in short, the second lesson is We need to learn about bhakti and start performing bhakti from a very young age. That was one of the prominent teachings of Prahlad. Let's recite this shloka. Kaumara acharet pragno
कौमाराचरेत् प्राज्ञो
dharman bhagavataniha durlabham manusham janma
दुर्लभं मानुषं जन्म
tadapyadhrvamarthadam.
तदप्यध्रुवमर्थदम्
Kaumara acharet pragno. Pragna means intelligent people. Acharit means they practice bhakti from Kaumara age. Kaumara means from birth till 5 years old. So you need to start bhakti at the age of 5 only, or even before that. Because Durlabham Manusham Janma, this human life is very, very rare to achieve. Did you ever see a dog or a cat or a tiger or a mouse in the home or a mosquito or a spider chanting Hare Krishna, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, worshipping the Lord, doing Aarti? It's not possible to come. It's not possible to uh, practice bhakti in non-human species. So we need to be in human life to be able to practice bhakti. Of course, there are many other special cases where devotees, although they were born as elephants like Gajendra, they were born as mm, uh, bears like Jambavan, they still manage to perform bhakti. So, but they are very rare. Bhakti doesn't depend on birth, but still, human life is very conducive for performing bhakti. So, we need to utilize that human life and start bhakti from a young age. Right? There are some young kids here who are trying to practice bhakti. So, let's go to the third lesson. There are 9 processes of bhakti. You know, right? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoha, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. Nandakishore, I want you to define what is Shravanam. Tell me what is Shravanam.
Shravanam is hearing about the Lord.
Hearing
The
about the
Lord.
Lord. You're right. What is Kirtanam? What is Kirtanam?
Kirtanam is singing the Lord's glories.
Singing the Lord's glories. Okay. Pranava. Pranav, you can speak. What do you mean by Smaranam? Unmute yourself. Yeah. What is Smaranam?
Thinking about God.
Thinking about the Lord. Always remembering Krishna. Pada Sevanam means? What is Pada Sevanam? Serving the lotus feet of the Lord. Siddharth, what do you mean by Archanam?
Praying. Puja.
Serving the Lord. Okay. Then Vandanam. What do you mean by Vandanam? Huh? Damini. Okay. Manjari wants to say. Manjari. What is Dasyam? What is Vandanam? Vandanam.
Prayer.
Huh? What is Vandanam? Prayer. Correct. You're right. Prayer. Dasyam means being a servant of the Lord. Sakhyam means being friendly with the Lord. Atma Nivedana means completely surrendering oneself to the Lord. Now, Prahlad Maharaj is an example of which limb of bhakti? Of course, he did all of them, but prominently, what do you see in Prahlad Maharaj? Pavani?
Maranam.
Smaranam. Prahlad Maharaj is a great example of Smaranam. No, Smaranam. So I think she has to be quiet now. So Prahlad Maharaj is a great example of Smaranam. He was always remembering the Lord. Although his father was trying to kill him and subject him to so many punishments, still his secret was constantly remembering Krishna. Chittam naiva nivartate kshanamapi Sri Krishna padambujan, means his mind is never deviated from meditation on the lotus feet of Krishna. That was the absorption of Prahlad Maharaj in remembrance of the Lord. So the third lesson is always try to remember Krishna, right? In fact, remembrance of Krishna is the essence of all processes of bhakti. Uh, Now, there are so many shastras, so many scriptures. Different scriptures speak different instructions for our spiritual advancement. But the essence of all the scriptures is Smartavyah satatam Vishnor Vismartavyo na jatuchit Sarve vidhi nishedhasyur etayor eva kinkaraha. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. These two statements are the essence of all the rules and regulations in all the scriptures. So um, that is the essence of Prahlad Maharaj's life. Always remember Krishna, right? So the secret of Prahlad Maharaj's bhakti is he would always remember. Although Prahlad Maharaj did not have favorable association, he was surrounded by demons. All his classmates were demons, teachers were demons, parents were demons, and all the members in the royal palace were demons. Although he was surrounded by demons, still he was always remembering the Lord. Can you please tell me the name of another devotee who was surrounded by demons but always remembering the Lord? Tell me. Narada Muni was never surrounded by demons. Yes, Gaurangi?
Prabhuji, Vibhishan ji.
Huh?
Vibhishan.
Vibhishan was surrounded by demons, but he was always remembering Krishna. Okay, Vrinda?
I had the same.
You had the
I
same
had the same
example.
person.
Achyut? Yes, Achyut. Tell me the example of a devotee who was always surrounded by demons, but still managed to remember the Lord, never forgot the Lord. Siddharth.
Bali Maharaj.
Bali Maharaj. Okay. Okay. Now tell me the name of a female devotee. Shweta?
Prabhuji, Krishna's parents in the jail.
Okay. Krishna's parents, Devaki Mata and Vasudev. Okay, correct. You're right. Keli Manjari. I'm looking for one example. It is from Ramayana. Okay.
Sita.
Sita Devi. She was always surrounded by demons, but still she was always remembering Lord Ramachandra. She did not forget Ram even for a moment. So that is remembrance. Then fourth lesson: don't be fearful. Hiranyakashipu was very strong, very wealthy. He had great authority. He could shake entire universe with his power. He was empowered by Brahma's benedictions. He cannot be killed inside a home or outside a home, on the land or in the sky. Hiranyakashipu had no death by any animal or human being, by any weapon. So, although Hiranyakashipu received so many benedictions, and such a powerful Hiranyakashipu was threatening entire universe and all the devatas, still Prahalad Maharaj was never fearful of Hiranyakashipu. To the degree you have faith in Krishna, to that degree you have no fear of demons. So Prahalad Maharaj was never fearful of Hiranyakashipu, right? So that was the lesson. Of course, we should have a healthy fear. Do you know the difference between healthy fear and unhealthy fear? What is healthy fear? Uh, you should be fearful that, oh, maybe I may forget Krishna. Maybe I'll forget some shloka. Maybe I'll be tempted or distracted by some maya or some bad habits. That kind of fear we should have. We should have healthy fear, that we should always be practicing bhakti, and we should never forget Krishna. We should be fearful of forgetting Krishna. We should be fearful of Maya. But we need not fear such bad elements like Hiranyakashipu. So Prahlad Maharaj is teaching us how a devotee is fearless. Then, fifth lesson: the Lord protects his devotees. Although Prahlad Maharaj was threatened by so many demons in so many ways, some people were whipping him, some elephants were trying to trample him under their feet, and these demons were trying to attack him in with so many weapons. And also, Prahlad Maharaj was being bitten by snakes. He was thrown from mountain cliffs. He was also thrown into ocean, middle of the ocean. But still, Prahlad never gave up bhakti, and Krishna always protected Prahlad Maharaj. Krishna never gave up. So when we have complete faith in the protection of the Lord always protects us. The Lord's protection is in response to our faith, how much faith we have. Can you please tell me the name of some devotee who had immense faith in Krishna and Krishna was able to protect? Krishna could protect that devotee. Can you please tell me? He was in great danger. The devotee was in great danger, but Krishna could come and protect. Ankita.
Gajendra.
Gajendra, correct? Yes. Next, Vihan.
Haridas Thakur.
Haridas Thakur was beaten up in 22 marketplaces. Draupadi. Draupadi is a good example. Draupadi was lifting, and yes, Sukadeva Goswami, he wants to say something.
Draupadi.
Yes, Draupadi. Draupadi. She was in great danger. This Duryodhan, Dushyasan, Karna, Shakuni, all these people were trying to insult her publicly, but the Lord immediately came to protect, right? In fact, Draupadi at least prayed, "Oh Govinda, please protect me." At least our Gajendra said, "Narayana Akhila Guru Bhagavan Namaste, oh Narayana, protect me." But you see, Prahlad Maharaj never even said the name. Prahlad Maharaj never even called the Lord, "Oh Lord, come and protect me." He was silently remembering the Lord. Ambrish Maharaj, he was silently remembering the Lord. He did not even pray for protection. Although a devotee doesn't specifically pray for protection, still the Lord comes and protects. Okay, any other examples? So many hands here. Anmol,
Arjun.
Arjun. How did Krishna protect Arjun? Tell me.
Arjun was confused that I should do the war or not. So Krishna told you should protect the dharma, so you should do the war.
Krishna protected Arjuna from confusions. Okay.
Yes.
Advait. Advait.
I was about to say Arjuna only but for another reason uh, uh, because Krishna uh, rided the chariot for Arjuna and protected it from all the arrows.
Okay. Good. Any other example? Yeah,
Pandavas.
Nandakishore.
Pandavas.
Pandavas. Very good. Thank you. Thank you so much for all your examples. I know at least 10 more kids are there with 20 more examples, but I'll move ahead. Fifth is the Lord is the supreme protector. Then the Lord is everywhere. The story of Hiranyakashipu ends when Prahalad Maharaj just makes one statement. What was that statement? My Lord is everywhere. Then Hiranyakashipu just breaks a pillar in his assembly hall with his fist. And from that pillar, Lord Narasimhadev manifests in a tumultuous sound. And that's where, thank you. And that's how Hiranyakashipu story ends. So Prahlad Maharaj believed that Krishna is everywhere. The Lord is there in the pillar. The Lord is there in my heart. The Lord is there in your heart also. Let me tell you one little story before we recite this shloka. Once, Prabhupada went to the Western countries, and in one country, one news reporter came to Prabhupada, just wanted to interview him and ask him some questions. The news reporter said, "So, Krishna is your God?" Prabhupada said, "Krishna is your God also." Krishna is not only my God, Krishna is your God also. A devotee is completely convinced that Krishna is everywhere, Krishna is everybody's God, and everybody can surrender to Krishna. Everybody has to surrender to Krishna. The devotee has complete conviction about it. Now, once Hiranyakashipu asked Prahalad Maharaj, the entire universe becomes fearful when I just shower my glances on them. Uh, but you are a 5-year-old boy. Are you not fearful of me? By whose strength are you so fearless? Tell me. Then you know what Prahalad Maharaj said? The source of my strength is the source of your strength also. Hmm. Who is the source of Prahalad's strength? Lord Hari, Lord Vishnu. But Prahalad Maharaj is saying that Hiranyakashipu, my dear father, my Lord Hari is the source of your strength also. But Hiranyakashipu always considered Lord Vishnu as his enemy, but his son is saying that Lord Vishnu is the source of Hiranyakashipu's strength also. So that was a big blow on Hiranyakashipu's ego. So Hiranyakashipu became very offended. So tell me, where is that Lord? You are praising him so much. Tell me, where is that Lord? Then Prahlad Maharaj said, my Lord is everywhere. Then Hiranyakashipu broke that pillar and Narasimhadev manifested from that pillar. In this context, Sukadeva Goswami speaks a beautiful shloka. Who will recite this shloka? Vaishnavi. Satyam vidhatum nijabhrityabhashitam
सत्यं विधातुं निजभृत्यभाषिताम्
व्याप्तिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु चात्मनः
व्याप्तिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु चात्मना
अदृश्यतात्याद्भुतरूपमुद्वहन्
अदृश्यत्याद्भुतरूप उद्वहन्
स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम्.
स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगेण मानुषम्.
One
Thank
more
you, Prabhuji.
recitation. Thank you. One more. सत्यं विधातुं निजभृत्यभाषितम्
सत्यं विधातुं निजभृत्यभाषितं
व्याप्तिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु चात्मनः.
व्याप्तिं च भूतेषु अखिलेषु चात्मनः.
Very good. अदृश्यतात्याद्भुतरूपमुद्वहन्.
अदृश्यता
Okay, Medhasvi, you can say like this. Adrishyata
अदृश्यता
atyadbhuta
अत्यद्भुत
रूपम
रूपम
उद्वहन्
उद्वहन्
स्तंभे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम्.
स्तंभे सभायां यां न मृगं न मानुषम्.
Very good, very good, excellent. Satyam vidhatum nijabhritya bhashitam. Nijabhritya means the Lord's own servant or devotee, that is Prahlad Maharaj. To make the words of Prahlad Maharaj true, Satyam Vidhata means to make the words of Prahlad Maharaj true. What was the word of Prahlad Maharaj? Prahlad Maharaj said that Vyaptin cha bhuteshu akhileshu chatmanaha means my Lord exists everywhere. This is the statement made by Prahlad Maharaj. To make that statement true, the Supreme Lord appeared from the pillar. In what form? Adrishyata, that form was never seen before. Atyadbhuta, it's extremely wonderful. Rupam, Udvahan, he appeared in a unprecedented form, a form that was never seen before. What is that form? Stambhe, from the pillar, Sabhayam, in the assembly hall, Na Mrugam, in a form which is not like an animal, Na Manusham, in a form which is not like a human being. So the form is not a human form, the form is not an animal form. It's a combination of both, right? It's Nara Simha. Nara means a human being. Simha means a lion. Narasimha means the combination of a human being and lion. So the Lord appeared in such a unprecedented form. The Lord is everywhere. He can manifest from every place, any place. The Lord is there in every nook and corner of this whole universe. So this is one important lesson that we can learn from Prahlad Maharaj's story, that Krishna exists everywhere. When we are drinking water, Krishna exists as the taste of this water. When you're smelling a flower, Krishna is the fragrance of that flower. When you're seeing the sun or the moon, Krishna is the shine, Krishna is the brilliance coming from that sun and moon, isn't it? Thus, Krishna exists in every living being. Krishna exists in every single atom. Krishna's existence is everywhere. Although Krishna descends from Goloka to this material planet, that does not mean Krishna doesn't stay in Goloka. Goloka eva nivasatya kilatma bhuto govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Although the Lord exists in Goloka or Vaikuntha, he stays in the material world also. Right? So the Lord is everywhere. That is the sixth lesson. And seventh lesson for today. There are hundreds of lessons, but today we are going to discuss only 10 lessons. Okay. So this lesson is detachment from material pleasures. After Lord Narasimhadev appeared from the pillar and killed Hiranyakashipu, then Prahlad Maharaj came to Narasimhadev and offered heartfelt prayers. And Narasimhadev said, "My dear Prahlad, I am very pleased with your prayers. You ask any benediction, I will give you. Whatever benediction you want, I will give you. You just ask me." You know what Prahlad Maharaj said? "My dear Lord, I am not a businessman. I don't want to exchange my bhakti for some material boons. I am not in a mood of no exchange. I'm not like a merchant who exchanges one's commodities for some money. Similarly, I render service to you, but I don't want to expect anything. I don't want to expect anything in return from you. Already, I am born as a demon. Already have so many material desires. On top of it, if you give me more boons, material boons, then I'll be more tempted to enjoy in a material plane. Oh Lord, please don't give me any boons. But if at all you want to give me a boon, just give me one boon. Tell me, what boon did Prahlad Maharaj ask? Can anyone guess? Okay, I will show you a shloka. You recite the shloka, then guess what the boon is. Kushbu. You want to recite the shloka? Yadi dasyasi me kaman.
Uh,
This one.
यदि यदि दास में कामान
Varamstvam varadarshapha.
वराम सम यददश्वरा
Kamanam hridya samroham.
कामांदम हृदय सरोरमम
Bhavatastu vrine varam.
भवतस्तु वरम.
Thank you. One more recitation. Yadi dasyasi me kaman.
यदि दास्यसि मे कामान्
Varamstvam varadarshapha.
रां त्वं वरदर्शभा
Kamanam hridya samroham.
कामानां हृदय संरोहम्
Bhavatastu vrinevaram. Thank you. The meaning of the shloka is Prahlad Maharaj is saying, "O Lord, you offered me some boons, but I don't want any boon. If at all you want to give me some boon, just give me one boon of destroying all my material desires. I want only that one boon. May I not have any material desires." Right? Can you please read this? Can someone read this translation of the shloka? Yogita, read this.
O my Lord, best of the givers of benediction, if you at all want to bestow a desirable benediction upon me, then I pray from your Lordship that within the core of my heart there be no material desires.
Okay. What was his desire? Let there be no material desires. I should not have any material desires. If the Lord appears in front of you and offers you a boon, what will you ask for? Tell me, children. If Narasimhadev comes and says, "My dear child, I am very pleased with your prayers, with your bhakti, I am giving you a boon," what will you ask for? let me let me hear the desires of some devotees. Damini, what will you ask? Unmute yourself before you speak.
I would like to be a servant of Srila Prabhupada.
Servant of Srila Prabhupada. Wow. Next, Nandakishore.
I have the excitement to chant 16 rounds.
Oh my God. You want the ability to chant 16 rounds. How many rounds are you chanting now, finally?
I'm still doing 4.
Huh?
I'm doing 4 now.
4 now. Good, good. Gaurangi,
Every day.
Gaurangi. Vrinda, where is Vrinda? How many rounds are you chanting? You both are together. Okay, let me ask the desires of other souls. Krishna, if Krishna comes in front of you, the original Krishna, not you, then what will you ask for?
I would ask him to see him everywhere and every moment.
My God, such a pure desire. Krishna wants to see Krishna, Lord Krishna, everywhere and at every moment. Excellent Krishna. Others? Anyone else? Narasimha Krishna. Narasimha Krishna.
I would want to be the servant of Krishna.
Okay, no other desires. All of you want to become servants only. Anmol.
Preach in the full world and make them devotees.
Okay. Anmol.
Prabhuji, I want the ability to serve you.
Me.
Yes.
Oh my God. Keli Manjari.
Because you are Guru.
No, no. I'm not Guru. Let me try to be a good disciple first. Yes. Keli Manjari.
I want the ability to become a Vrajavasi in Goloka Vrindavan to serve Radharani.
Oh my God. Such an amazing desire. I think rest of the class can go in hearing your desires. Children, Tarangini, what's your desire? Tarangini, I think she'll take some time to develop some desire. Meanwhile, I'll ask Rishikesh.
Prabhu, I want to be a part of Krishna's pastimes in Goloka Vrindavana, like
Oh,
a Gopaka.
excellent. Like a Gopa boy. Keli Manjari wants to serve Radharani and you become Gopa boy and play with Krishna. Thank you for all your desires. But Prahlad Maharaj says that let me not have any material desires. By the way, children, for you to fulfill all these desires that you expressed just now, you need to become more serious in your chanting the holy names of Krishna. You need to become more serious in studying Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and all these wonderful scriptures, and serve Krishna and assist your parents in the service of Krishna. So that is the way to fulfill all these desires. Prahlad Maharaj said, I only have one desire. Let me be detached from all material pleasures. Let me not have any material desires. Eighth, one more desire Prahlad Maharaj had. When Narsimhadev offered him boons, one boon that Prahlad Maharaj asked was, let me not have any material desires. Second boon that he asked was, my dear Lord, please forgive my father Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu was Prahlad Maharaj's father, and Hiranyakashipu tried to kill Prahlad Maharaj in so many ways. But Prahlad Maharaj never had any anger or grudge or negativity towards his father. This is an important quality that we need to learn from Prahlad Maharaj. The quality is forgiveness. The quality is accommodativeness. So he was so forgiving towards his father, so compassionate towards his father, that he's praying for father's liberation. So we need to show compassion even on enemies. Do you know the name of another devotee who prayed for the welfare of his enemies? Prayed for the welfare of those who tried to harm him or harm her? Please tell me some examples. Vrinda?
Prabhuji Haridas Thakur.
Excellent example. I was expecting that only. Haridas Thakur was beaten up in 22 marketplaces, but he was praying for their welfare. Any other example, children? Rian?
Chant one round.
Chant one round. Okay. Did you get the question? Gaurangi?
Prabhuji, Jesus Christ.
Hmm? Ah,
Jesus
correct,
Christ.
correct, correct. Vaishnavi?
Yudhishthir Maharaj Prabhuji.
Yudhishthir Maharaj prayed for whom?
Arjuna and all the Pandavas were like not willing to do the war because they are relatives and it's like that.
No. Okay, I didn't know that. Then Adhya?
Prabhuji, Nityananda Mahaprabhu.
Nityananda Prabhu prayed for whose welfare?
Jagai Madai.
Ah, Jagai Madai, correct, correct. Very good. Good example. Next, Kirti. Kirti?
Ambarish Maharaj.
Ambrish Maharaj, excellent example. When Sudarshan Chakra was chasing Durvasmuni. Durvasmuni went to Shivaloka, Brahmaloka, Vishnuluka, and finally came and fell at the lotus feet of Ambrish Maharaj. And Ambrish Maharaj prayed to Sudarshan Chakra, "Oh Sudarshan Chakra, if I have done any pious activities, any spiritual activities, let all my spiritual credits and pious credits give me one little boon, and that boon is the life of this Brahmana, this sannyasi, this Durvasmuni. Please don't kill him." Right? So this is the nature of a Vaishnava. Praise for the welfare of an enemy also. Krishna, any more examples?
Draupadi.
Draupadi prayed for whom? Krishna?
Ashwatthama.
Ashwathama. She forgave, but good example. She forgave Ashwathama, although Ashwathama killed her 5 sleeping sons. Kushbu?
My answer is also Ambarish because he send the chakra. He didn't send the chakra to Durvasa
Correct.
because he humiliated him. So the Lord sent the Sudarshan chakra, and he kept running the whole year.
Okay. Correct. Thank you. Now, 9th lesson. We have 2 more lessons to learn. Bhakti is the greatest wealth. You know, greedy people don't want to give up their wealth. Right? Hare Krishna. Whoever is chanting the holy names of Krishna can keep yourself on mute and chant. Yeah. So, a greedy person doesn't want to give up his or her wealth, even though there are so many difficulties. Similarly, a devotee is also like a greedy person, greedy for Krishna's grace, greedy for Krishna's devotion. So, bhakti is their greatest wealth. They don't want to give up that wealth, even though there are so many life threats. And also, one more thing, Hiranyakashipu performed great austerities, severe austerities. For 100 years, celestial years, he performed austerities. He was standing on toes. He was raising his hands like this, and he was looking upwards towards the sky, and he was praying for the appearance of Brahma. But Prahlad Maharaj, he did not do any such austerities. Hiranyakashipu did 100 years of austerities. Prahlad Maharaj did not do any austerity. He was just a 5-year-old child. All he did was he heard a class, Bhagavatam class from Narada Muni when he was within the womb of Mother Kayadu. That's all. Just by hearing one class from Narada Muni, Prahlad Maharaj developed so much of devotion, so much of love, so much of affection that love and affection protected Prahlad Maharaj from all calamities, but even 100 years of austerities and even receiving hundreds of benedictions from Brahma did not protect Hiranyakashipu. You got it, children? Hiranyakashipu did austerities. Prahlad Maharaj did not do austerities. Hiranyakashipu is a grown-up person, very powerful person. Prahlad is a small 5-year-old child, very weak, physically speaking. And Hiranyakashipu had so many boons from Brahma, but Prahlad Maharaj did not get any boons from Brahma or Shiva or anyone. But Prahlad Maharaj had the wealth of devotion. Hiranyakashipu did not have the wealth of devotion. Therefore, everything that Hiranyakashipu had did not save him from death, but little devotion that Prahlad Maharaj had saved him from death hundreds of times. Narsimhadev attacked Hiranyakashipu only once and he died. But Hiranyakashipu attacked Prahlad Maharaj hundreds of times, but Prahlad never died. You got it? So bhakti is the greatest protection. Bhakti is the greatest wealth. Bhakti is the greatest protection. Let me give you some more examples to convey this point. An elephant, when it goes near an ocean or a river, and when the waves of the river are very, very fierce, the elephant may get drowned in the ocean, isn't it, children? In the powerful waves of a river can completely can destroy the life of an elephant also. But on the other hand, a little fish living in a river can happily swim upstream. Even though the flow of the river is in this direction, the fish can happily swim in this direction. Why? What is the difference between fish and this elephant? Elephant is powerful or fish is powerful? Fish is very tiny, very small. Elephant is so huge, so powerful. But how come elephant loses its life in the river, but fish doesn't lose its life in the river? Tell me. Who will answer? Hriyan?
The fish was it was like born in the water and breathes in the water, while the elephant
Mhm.
it doesn't breathe in the water and it wasn't born in the water.
Okay, it's only birth. Is birth the qualification? Okay, let's hear from Shrija. Yes, speak. Are you able to
So
speak?
basically, the fish is like light, it weighs less, and then the elephant weighs like heavy, so it drowns. And
Anything
then,
heavy will drown and lightweight will float. Okay,
but
good.
like because also like it's used to the water.
Okay, it's used to the water. Okay, good. One more, one last answer. Kaylee Manjari?
So Prabhuji, like the water to the fish is very compassionate because the fish is like used to the water a lot. So the water knows the fish and the fish knows the water. So how it's gonna be. But the elephant, it never goes in the water that much. It only drinks from the water. So it doesn't know how it feels inside of the water. So
Okay.
the river or like the ocean is not used to the elephant and the elephant is not used to the water.
Okay, good, good. In short, the little fish has taken shelter of the river, and this huge elephant has not taken shelter of the river. Compare that river with the Supreme Lord Vishnu, and compare that powerful elephant with Hiranyakashipu, and compare this tiny fish with Prahlad Maharaj. This is the example given by Srila Prabhupada in the purports of the ninth chapter of the seventh canto. So Prahlad Maharaj may be very small, 5-year-old boy. He doesn't have any boons, he doesn't have any powers, he did not do any austerities, he's very tiny. Still, Prahlad Maharaj has taken shelter of Krishna, therefore, that Krishna protected him from all calamities. But Hiranyakashipu, although he's very powerful personally, he's grown up, he's young, he has body like steel frame. He received so many boons from Brahma. Still, because he has not taken shelter of Krishna, he was destroyed. In fact, Brahma has given boons to Hiranyakashipu's brother Hiranyaksha also. And who killed Hiranyaksha? Anyone knows? Who killed Hiranyaksha? Pranav? You take a lot of time to unmute. Kirti? Varahadev killed Hiranyaksha. And when Varahadev was fighting with Hiranyaksha, Brahma came to Varahadev and said, "Oh Lord, don't fight him for a long time. You should not play with him for a long time, just kill him immediately." So Brahma has given boons to Hiranyaksha, and Brahma is praying for the death of Hiranyaksha. Can you just imagine? The giver of the boons is praying for the death of the receiver of the boons. That is the nature of demoniac people. Ultimately, bhakti is the only wealth, bhakti is the only protector. So, any amount of benedictions received from Brahma or Shiva or any other devata will not protect us. Wealth will not protect us, power will not protect us, weapons will not protect us, followers will not protect us, only bhakti protects us. Last lesson for today, children. Discard. What happened? One second. Screen sharing stopped. So we discussed 9 lessons. We are going to discuss the last one, the 10th lesson. Where are we? Children, can you please close this sharing screen? I need to share screen. Yeah. Faith cannot be shaken by fear. right? There are two things in this world, two concepts. One is fear, second is faith. Both start with F only. Fear. Every single living being experiences fear. Animals are fearful sometimes, and uh, birds are fearful sometimes. Human beings are fearful many times. Like that, every single living being is having some fear. But those who have faith in Krishna need not be fearful of any danger. Now, here, compare this lioness with Krishna. Compare this cub with a devotee. So, uh, now this little cub is within the mouth of this lioness. But does this uh, cub become fearful because there is sharp teeth, and lioness is very much known to kill another other animals and eat, right? But will the cub become uh, fearful of this lioness? And why not? Can you tell me? If a deer is in the place of this lioness, will the deer become fearful? Deer becomes fearful, but cub doesn't become fearful. Why is it so? What's the difference? Yes, Anmol?
Because the cub knows that the lioness is his mother.
Hmm. Lioness is the mother, but the deer? Deer knows that the lioness is the killer, not the mother. Right? Same. Lioness will act as mother for the cub and killer for the deer. Similarly, same Narasimhadev acts like a mother or a father for Prahalad Maharaj and acts as a killer for Hiranyakashipu. Right? So, of course, the Lord is the father of all living entities, but still, some living entities are demoniac. They don't have humility, they don't have devotion, they even trouble those who have devotion. So, the Lord reciprocates with them in a different way. Uh, but Prahlad Maharaj, because he is very faithful, he is not fearful. When you have faith, there is no fear. And one more thing, after Narasimhadev killed Hiranyakashipu, many devatas also become fearful. They were not very, of course, they are devotees, but still for a moment they become very fearful. Nobody could pacify Narasimhadev because he's continuing his mood of anger. Then Brahma came to Prahlad Maharaj and said, see, the Lord is so angry, you should go and offer a prayer, then he will be pacified. Then Prahlad Maharaj went and offered a prayer to the Lord. In one of the prayers, he said, Naham bibhemya jitateti bhayanakasya jihvarka netra bhurkuti rabhasogradam strat antrasrajaha kshata jakeshara shankhukarnan nirhata bhita digibhad aribhinna khagrat. He said, if somebody suddenly comes in front of you wearing a garland of intestines, how will you feel? You'll get scared? Not garland of roses, not garland of mogra, not garland of marigold flowers, a garland of intestines, human intestines, right? Prahlad Maharaj was seeing Narasimhadev wearing a garland of intestines, antrasja. But you're not fearful, right? He was not fearful. Karangi, do you see Narasimhadev in Mayapur every
Yes,
day? Do you
yes.
feel fearful sometimes?
No,
Huh? Not at
no.
all. So, because the Lord is protector for the devotees, punisher for the non-devotees. So, although the form of Narasimhadev is very fearful, Ajitati Ati Bhayanakasya, extremely fearful, fearsome. Jihvarka, his tongue is filled with blood of Hiranyakashipu. Jihva, Arkanetra, his eyes are like glowing like sun. Bhrukuti Rabhasogra Damshtat, his frowning eyebrows. Rabhasogra Damshtat, his teeth were like thunderbolts. Uh, Antrasrajaha, he was wearing a garland of intestines. Kshatakeshara Shankhu Karnan, his bloody mane, his wedge like ears. None of them were causing any fear to Prahlad Maharaj. Nirhata Bhita Digi Bhagari Bhinna Khagrat, his nails. Generally, we glorify the Lord as Karakamala, lotus like hands. His hands are like lotuses, but his nails are not like lotuses. The nails are like thunderbolts. The nails are so sharp. And as soon as he inserted the nails in the abdomen of Hiranyakashipu, just pulled him, ripped him apart and pulled out his intestines, pulled out his heart and examined the heart and threw the heart somewhere and went and sat on the throne of Hiranyakashipu. Seeing all these ghastly incidents, our Prahlad Maharaj did not become fearful. He was very happy. He came with a garland. Oh Lord, you have an intestine garland? Let me offer you a flower garland. He came with a garland. You can see that picture in every altar, in every ISKCON altar. So this is the fearlessness of a devotee because there is faith. Wherever there is faith, there is no fear. Wherever there is faith in the Lord's protection, there is no fear. So these are some lessons that we can learn from Prahlad Maharaj's story, Narasimhadev story. There are so many lessons. I just shared a few. Many of you must be knowing this. We have discussed in our previous classes also, but somehow our devotees requested me to speak on this topic. I don't know why, but let us try to meditate on these lessons and try to apply them. Thank you very much for joining. You have any questions or comments? Or before that, tell me what's your favorite takeaway? Just for 2-3 minutes, we'll try to recollect some important lessons that we have learned in the last 1 hour. What's your favorite takeaway? Yes, first.
Always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna.
Excellent. Thank you. Kushbu?
That if we have faith, we can also face any. If we have faith, then fear can also do nothing for us.
Correct, correct. If you're faithful, you need not be fearful. Yogita?
The Lord protects his devotees and only bhakti protects us.
Correct.
So,
Rangi?
Prabhuji, I have one question.
We'll take questions. Just let me ask few more kids their favorite takeaways, then I'll come to questions. Gaurangi?
Prabhuji Prahlad Maharaj asked Narsimhadev that to make he doesn't have any material desire. Five toys.
You also want to give up all material desires. Thank
Yeah.
you. Vihan?
So may I also not get just like
Hari Hari.
Prabhuji, my favorite takeaway is that Prahlad Maharaj asked for no boons, but he said that if Narsimhadev wants to give him a boon, then he asked that he should always remember him and never forget him.
Thank you. Kelly Manjari?
When Narsimhadev was asking Prahlad Maharaj for a boon, I learned that you should always have spiritual boons, because if you have material boons, like you really won't need them anymore, because then you just gain pride.
I'm waiting for one more lesson. Thank you for that.
Uh,
Yes, Prabhu. I forgot your name. What's your name?
Suhrat Prabhu.
Suhrut. Yeah, Suhrut.
Like the way you're born, Prabhuji, doesn't depend on how much bhakti you can show.
Correct, correct. Bhakti doesn't depend on birth or any external considerations. Good. Next. Yes.
Prabhuji, my favorite takeaway is anyone can become devotee of Lord Krishna.
You're not recollecting one important lesson. Okay, Damani? Thank you, Ankita, for that. Damani?
my takeaway was that Prahlad wasn't scared when Narsimhadev pulled out Hiranyakashipu's heart.
Okay, fine. Nandakishore, last lesson.
What my favorite takeaway was Prahlad's character. He was he had unshakable faith, no fear, but at the same time, he didn't have any grudge also.
You are speaking like Narsimhadev. So, one important lesson amongst many lessons we discussed is forgiveness. Prahlad Maharaj was praying for the liberation of Hiranyakashipu. He forgot all the atrocities done by Hiranyakashipu. He's only praying for the upliftment of Hiranyakashipu. So we need to cultivate that forgiveness. Right? Thank you. Now, that does not mean you agree. Prahlad Maharaj never agreed with Hiranyakashipu's philosophy. He always disagreed with Hiranyakashipu, but he never disrespected Hiranyakashipu. He prayed for his welfare. Similarly, although we disagree with some wrongdoers, although we don't like the activities of some materialistic people, still we should be prayerful. We should desire their welfare. We should never desire harm for them. We should pray for their upliftment. Thank you.